Bryce Wylde.
It is beautiful out here. So nice to be here.
Wellness is the key. It is nice to be here, and we do see the sun right now, but you saw Dawn's weather report. Those clouds are coming, and they're sticking around.
They are coming. So we have some tips for you here as to how to stay really healthy this side of the country. I'm traveling across the country sharing my prevention of cold and flu tips. You know, it actually affects about 20% of us Canadians every single year, sending 20,000 to the hospital, and of course, unfortunately, killing up to about 4,000 of us. So we got to pay more attention as to how to prevent,
yearly,
get our body working better yearly.
Do we get flu shots, in your opinion?
Well, you know what? Studies don't show such great success around the flu shot. About 54 to maybe 60% in some of the best years. The Cochrane Research, there's a databases out in Europe that review this every year, and so we're not matching it well. But guess what?
What?
Echinacea's back. I'll tell you how. But if you take Echinacea just prior to a flu shot, it makes the flu shot work better.
Really?
How's that?
That's awesome. Great advice. There's the first take-home piece of advice for our viewers.
There you go.
Let's talk.
So,
babies, toddlers, adults. Let's go. Take us through the process.
There's something for every age group here, and you know, natural medicine, getting the body to work better on its own is nothing of a miracle. This is just using those ingredients to fire up the immune system.
Right.
A lot of women are now having C-sections, and what that's doing for babies is not exposing them to the birth canal, and therefore they're not ingesting some of the necessary ingredients, in particular the bioflora, good bacteria. So 80% of our immune system resides in our gut. That's really important to keep thriving. And so by taking probiotics, something like BioK, which by the way has been studied and used in over 50 different hospitals around Canada, is important to get that good bacteria back up in there.
So little babies, little teeny tiny babies.
Well, you know, starting from 6 months old, you can start reintroducing BioK, but you know, it's really important to get this message out there for new moms as soon as they stop breastfeeding, which is imperative for the immune system, to maybe get them over to something like BioK regularly to supplement their immune system.
Is that connected to the vitamin K shot that you get when your baby's born?
Isn't that interesting? So these good flora do a couple of things for you, including vitamin B12, producing it for you, and vitamin K. So it's really necessary. It's not why you would take it, but it's indirectly correlated. Yeah,
interesting. What were you spraying in your mouth and on your hands?
I just recommend, so like kids are germ carriers. We know this. We both have young children at home. You know, they sneeze and cough all over us. They're the vectors. We got to get them. We have to get them cleaning their hands every time they walk into the house with soap and or a sanitizer like this, sneezing in their sleeve, positively reinforcing them for that.
Germ catcher, Brady, germ catcher. He knows.
That's right. Brady knows. I've got a 6-year-old at home as well. So anytime I see them do this or use a Kleenex, I positively reward them.
Good idea.
But there is also Echinaforce. This is on the market now for children as well as adults. But this stuff works to prevent cold and flu. One of the only products on the market right now that actually has label claim to prevent cold and flu by reducing the incidence by up to 25%.
You had me at the sore throat. It says sore throat remedy on the.
Well, it goes beyond
the toughest thing to battle, though. That's when you know you're really getting sick. It's like, oh, I got the sore throat.
Absolutely. You know, it's not that little niggle that says, oh, darn it, something maybe more serious is coming on. Yeah. Most things, you know, when we're dealing with our colds, those are viruses, like these are viruses that are not flu viruses. But, you know, using this for the prevention of cold and flu and to know that it's going to reduce the incidence by up to 25%, that's powerful.
That's a big deal.
You know, Health Canada says no more use of guaifenesin or dextromethorphan, especially in under 6 years old. So there's alternatives. You know, the Stotal cough syrup and Corzalia for colds is an effective remedy if and when your child does come down with something.
Right, those are honey-based, right?
They're honey-based homeopathic dilutions, which are deemed safe and effective, have NPN numbers. Folks, do not get anything in this world of natural medicine unless it has an NPN number on it. That's imperative.
Good to know.
Little label claim.
And reiterating, cough syrup, not for kids under 6, period. Even if it says you can give this to a 6-year-old, don't do it.
Talking to two, but not just experts in the field, parents, right?
Yeah, I think I'd even wait until after his 6th year to even go there, because it can be so detrimental. And we grew up taking it.
That's right.
So and that's what a lot of parents say, well, I took it and I survived. It's like, but
these are suppressive medications. These are not. They help the immune system along. That's the whole point right now. So as adults, now we're into grown-ups. You know, I think the #1 North American-wide silent killer is stress, contributing things like heart disease, even the big C like cancer. But when we're talking cold and flu, cortisol. We've heard this before. Cortisol is a stress hormone. When that's driven up, your immune system is driven down. It's suppressed. So GABA, we've heard of this. Maybe it's an amino acid, and theanine. These are really interesting amino acids to help calm the nervous system, get us through our day without getting that cortisol ramped up. And guess what? For an adult, that actually might do a really good job to prevent the immune system from crashing and therefore you being more susceptible getting sick.
Bottom line
here we are. We're going to get this week ahead of us, as we know, lots of, cloud. Get your doctor to check 25 OHD. That's done on blood work, tells you how much vitamin D you should take, and then take a very high quality vitamin D. This is a chocolate vitamin D. Have this desk side. You probably want upwards of 3,000 IU every single day. And Jody? No flu for you. No cold and flu for you.
No cold and flu. Look at all the tips on the back. Bryce Wylde, thank you for popping by at BT 749. We are going to check in with Don now.